What's up, everybody? This is your official WWE Payback 2017 review and results. 2 days late after the pay-per-view. Yes, 2 days late. I am very sorry I am uploading this 2 days late. It's because I have been very busy with other commitments, and you just have to understand that. But at least I know this is not going to get a lot of views, but you know what? I'm still going to do the Payback review because I know there's some people that like the reviews that I'm doing. So obviously, I'm going to do it. So Payback was an actually very, very good in-ring wrestling show, okay? In-ring wrestling show, but I did not agree with most of the results on the card about who won and what turned out, and I will tell you why. And what happened, we saw the House of Horrors. The House of Horrors was an epic fail. We saw championship changes. We saw Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. Reigns apparently with separated shoulder and bruised ribs still took the beat down on Roman and Braun Strowman. So Payback kicked off with the United States Championship match, and this match was absolutely awesome. Probably the second best match of the night. Chris Jericho, the challenger in his WrestleMania 33 rematch, taking on the face of America SmackDown Live's United States champion Kevin Owens, and it looks like many of you wasn't clear about it. Kevin Owens was going to remain on SmackDown Live even though he lost. If Chris Jericho won the title, he would also be going to SmackDown Live. That's what the stipulation was. This match was much better than their WrestleMania 33 match. Very good. This was the beginning of the show, and they knew that they had to make a big pop. They set the standards for the night. There was a much quicker pace match than that at WrestleMania. Very good. They're moving quickly. Jericho with his lion salts. Owens took the attack. Lots of super kicks, cannonballs on the outside into the barricade. This is such a brutal matchup between two former best friends. Jericho was showing frustration. He attacked the finger. So let me tell you how. Jericho turns a pop-up powerbomb into the walls of Jericho and gets it applied in the middle of the ring. Owens then made it to the bottom rope with one finger. So they were just basically copying what they did at WrestleMania. Jericho is the one showing frustration now. He attacks the finger Kevin Owens used to break it. They go to the floor and Jericho slams the hand into the steel step. Jericho was showing a lot of aggression here. I love the aggressiveness. He lodges the hand between the ring and the steel step, so he traps it in between and he kicks the steel step, and it looks like Kevin Owens is in a lot of pain. Jericho and Owens went back in the ring. Owens was in the corner and the referee went in between Owens and Jericho. Jericho tried to do something. Owens, like the heel he is, the prize fight he is, thudded Jericho in the eyes, rolled him up, tried to steal it. Jericho kicked out. Owens was going to do pop-up powerbomb, but he couldn't do it because of his finger, because of the brutal attack on his finger. Jericho locked in the walls of Jericho. Kevin Owens nearly reached the ropes, but Jericho put him right back into the middle of the ring, and Kevin Owens had no other choice but to tap out. So Chris Jericho is now a two-time United States champion. Very good match. Very impressed with it, but we're going to see this rivalry continue. Tonight on SmackDown Live is probably going to be Chris Jericho's last match before he goes off on tour with his music band Fuzzy, okay? But Jericho will be missed. The list will be missed. I've never seen a man that can stay there for so many years and still can revitalize his character. Absolutely amazing. So tonight on SmackDown Live, it will be Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho for the United States Championship in a rematch. And I'm obviously expecting Kevin Owens to win, but at Backlash, we'll get that match between Kevin Owens and AJ Styles. The next match we had was the Cruiserweight Championship match. This is also a very good, hard-hitting, physical match inside of the ring. Austin Aries versus the WWE Cruiserweight Champion, the King of the Cruiserweights, Neville. Austin Aries versus Neville, absolutely great match as well. I wouldn't say great match, but it was a good, decent match. They had timed at about 10 minutes. I think they should have more time though. But you know what? It was good. Aries showed off his offense with the pendulum elbow drop, that 5-arm he does. Aries is just great in the ring. His suicide dives, Aries is great. Neville is also great in the ring, but I didn't think Neville got a lot of offense in this match, to be honest. He just played that heel. He wasn't really flying around, getting the San Jose, California, getting the crowd upset. And San Jose was a very good crowd. Very good crowd, I must say. So the ending saw Aries with the sunset flip from the corner into the last chancery. Neville reaches for the bottom rope but grabs the hand of the referee. So Neville, he couldn't break out of the last chancery. He was going to tap out. The referee was right there. Neville, like the great heel he is, I'm really not too bothered with this ending. He grabbed the referee and threw the referee to break the hold, so the referee called for the bell. Therefore, Austin Aries won by disqualification. He was very angry. We all know championship change doesn't change hands by disqualification, only by pinfall and submission. So Neville's being a great heel, got heel heat, got booed, but therefore still your cruiserweight champion, Neville. Neville still the cruiserweight champion, but Austin Aries won the match. So I definitely think we're gonna get another match between both men at the stupid pay-per-view Great Balls of Fire. What a joke. Great Balls of Fire. What a joke. We then had the Raw Tag Team Championship match between Cesaro and Sheamus versus the Hardy Boys. And this match, in my opinion, was the match of the night. Brilliant, hard-hitting, physical match. This was a physical tag team match. Talk about the Hardy Boys really bringing the tag team division Raw back up there without the revival. Cesaro and Sheamus, we all knew about their in-ring skill. And guess what? We saw the heel turn of Cesaro and Sheamus. Finally, Cesaro turns heel. This was a great match. We saw Sheamus kick Jeff Hardy's tooth right out of his face. You could see it. They played a replay. You could see the little circle. His tooth flew out of his mouth. Oh my gosh. I was just saying, whoa. Don't my teeth look nice and clean, man? Look. Woo. Woo. Look after your teeth, guys and girls. Look after your teeth. Make sure you brush them properly. Whoa, my teeth look very right, man. They look real good. Yeah, let's just not get off topic here, guys. Let's get back on topic. Oh my gosh, no. It looks like the color of my shirt. I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. It actually does, but let's carry on. So the Hardys, also Matt Hardy also got a cut on his right eye, and it really looks like they're gonna turn broken soon. A lot of obsolete chants, a lot of delete chants, and Matt Hardy doing the facial expressions, very good. But the ending saw Sheamus block a twist of fate. Jeff tagged in. Sheamus slammed Matt Hardy thinking he's the legal member. Jeff Hardy got a blind tag. Jeff goes to the top and hits a swanton bomb to the back of Sheamus for the win. After the match, the Hardys recover and grab their titles. Cesaro and Sheamus are recovering as we see Matt and Jeff check on them. And they both shake hands. All four men shake hands and raise each other's arms. Matt and Jeff hit the corners to pose as Sheamus and Cesaro leave. Cesaro comes back and shoves Jeff off the top. Sheamus attacks Matt Hardy. They all know that ringside, and Sheamus sends Matt into the barrier. Cesaro pulls Jeff into the ring post. Twice is banging his head into the post. Sheamus sends Matt into the post. Sheamus bro kicks Jeff into the ring post from behind while Cesaro holds him. Fans boo. Absolutely great. They're going to take over the revival spot since Dash Wilder is injured. Loved it. Cesaro and Sheamus heel turn. Also had a great segment as well with the Hardy Boys on Monday Night Raw. Make sure to check out my Monday Night Raw review. Will be in the card description at the top right of the video. I think that way. Okay. So that was great. And Cesaro and Sheamus, they said they just stood there posed as the boos continued. Then we're back from the break and we saw the monster amongst men. Braun Strowman is backstage by himself. He says Roman Reigns came tonight looking for payback, but what he found was the biggest mistake of his life. He goes on a promises to hurt Reigns tonight. We then had the Raw Women's Championship match between the Wicked Witch, Alexa Bliss, facing off against the Raw Women's Champion, Bayley. Bayley hasn't done a lot with the title, but I really did not want Bayley to lose this matchup. I really wanted Bayley to retain this matchup. Alexa Bliss, as I said, we haven't had a lot of build between this matchup. 2 weeks is nothing. We had no build. Because we had no build to this match. Alexa Bliss just came to Monday Night Raw. She has not done anything on Monday Night Raw apart from winning the Fatal 4-Way. And then you're going to have Alexa Bliss win the Raw Women's Championship. Like, you see Payback, this pay-per-view was kind of WWE just booking it unpredictable. Booking about what against or what we think of this. So Alexa Bliss did win this matchup. This was a decent matchup, but I found it pretty boring. Alexa Bliss won with a DDT. Come on. Just like a Monday Night Raw. I was like, a DDT. Come on. To Bayley? So you're going to win with a DDT. It's pretty ridiculous. I really don't know why she barely uses the Twisted Bliss anymore. The Twisted Bliss is a beautiful finisher. I don't know why she doesn't do it. The DDT does absolutely nothing for me. So Alexa Bliss is the first woman to become the SmackDown Women's Champion and Raw Women's Champion post brand split, they keep saying. So Alexa Bliss is the Raw Women's Champion. We're going to see a good run with Bliss, I think. She has great promo skills and needs to improve on her in-ring skills, but she's good in the ring. And we'll see about the feud with Bayley, Sasha Banks, and Alexa Bliss. We then had the start of the House of Horrors match between Bray Wyatt and the WWE Champion Randy Orton. And no, the title was not on the line here. Wow, this was absolutely intense. This was an epic battle inside of the house. We saw tractors going across by themselves. It was spooky. The house was so Illuminati and satanic. It had so much Illuminati references. It was very satanic, Bray Wyatt's house. So Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. Randy Orton was basically always... Bray Wyatt was always above Randy Orton at every level because Randy Orton couldn't find Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt was always jumping him from behind. This was epic. This was like total non-stop deletion from Impact Wrestling when the Hardy Boys did their little thing. This was great. And they just continued brawling all over and I loved it. Yeah. He laughed, so Bray Wyatt got the upper hand and threw a refrigerator on top of Randy Orton. He makes it out of the house and yells about following the buzzards. He laughs and makes his way into the limousine. Wyatt tells the driver to take it to the arena and start singing in his hands as they drive off. But the funny thing is, apparently this was not even in San Jose, California, but this was in another city and this was pre-taped, okay? This was pre-taped. And apparently when they went back to the arena, it was like there was light, and when they were leaving the house, it was dark. So WWE, not that smart. Continuing from that, the House of Horrors match did not finish because it has to finish in the ring in a no-holds-barred match. We then had the Destroyer, Samoa Joe. Well, he wasn't really the Destroyer at the end of the result of her. That's what I said. WWE very unpredictable on this pay-per-view. Against the Architect, the Kingslayer, Seth Rollins. I've said many times, Seth Rollins' character is absolutely boring as a babyface. I hate Seth Rollins as a babyface. He needs to turn into that cocky heel he once was. Seth Rollins as a babyface does absolutely nothing for me. Seth Rollins needs to turn into a heel. His face run does nothing. So Seth Rollins came out to a big pop. Samoa Joe, the knee was a big target of Seth Rollins. When Samoa Joe did a center chop to Seth Rollins on the replay like mother, and you know what comes after. And then the replay just cut off when he was about to swear. So this match was very good in-ring action. Quite slow-paced match because Samoa Joe was dominant. Very dominant. Then we saw the ending of this matchup. Joe floored Rollins with a wicked clothesline and gets to hold applied again. The Coquina clutch. Rollins drops down out of nowhere and puts Joe into a pin for a surprise win. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. What a joke. Absolutely ridiculous. You have Samoa Joe lose in a one-on-one match. His first one-on-one loss on the main roster in 4 months of him being on the main roster. Absolutely ridiculous. So Samoa Joe has lost. I thought they were going to build up Samoa Joe as the undefeated person to go fight for the Intercontinental Championship or fight for the WWE Universal Championship. But that's obviously not what WWE and Vince McMahon's thinking. Because they obviously have better plans and ideas for Samoa Joe. Joe can't believe it as Rollins makes his exit. We didn't even see Samoa Joe snap and destroy, absolutely obliterate Seth Rollins after the match. What a joke. The House of Horrors match continued here. And this is basically part 2. And part 2 was the worst bit of this matchup. I thoroughly enjoyed part 1. This part, absolute crap. Back from break as co-hypes Raw Talk on the WWE Network as we see the limousine pull into the back. Wyatt stumbles out and heads towards the crowd. Cole indicates a possible forfeiture as WWE Champion Randy Orton was last seen under a refrigerator. The music hits and out comes Bray Wyatt for the second half of the non-title House of Horrors match. Wyatt enters the ring with his lantern and the music stops. Fans boo him. The lights come up and fans pop as Orton is standing behind Wyatt. Wyatt did not see. He could not believe it when he saw Orton has a steel chair and he goes to work on Bray Wyatt. They go to the floor and Orton tosses Wyatt over on the announce table. Orton with a draping DDT from the announce table to the floor. Orton takes his time and nails Wyatt in the back with a chair before bringing it into the ring. Orton pauses for a pop. Orton readies for RKO when the Singh brothers again attack him and beat him down. I was like at this thought, isn't this a Monday Night Raw exclusive pay-per-view? I tweeted this on Twitter during the show. Isn't this a Monday Night Raw exclusive pay-per-view? So you have Kevin Owens, that's alright, I understand that. Kevin Owens, a SmackDown Live. Randy Orton, SmackDown Live on the show. You have the Singh brothers, SmackDown Live on the show. And you have Jinder Mahal is SmackDown Live on the show. So what purpose does the brand split bring if you can have different superstars for each show go to another show? Why not just have them mixed together then? Why on earth is SmackDown Live superstars being on Payback? I completely understand the build. Yes, it builds more impetus and intrigue to the WWE Championship match at Backlash. But you've got to understand this is a Raw exclusive pay-per-view. So they just walked in with no security and they just came onto a Raw pay-per-view. It makes absolutely no sense to me. Orton was fighting them up and everybody. He ends up hitting Wyatt with an RKO. Jinder Mahal then comes in and nails Orton from behind with the WWE Championship that he stole on SmackDown Live last week. Jinder Mahal with more shots to Orton. Wyatt takes advantage and hits his sister Abigail for the win. Finally, the feud is over between Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. And does this accomplish anything for Bray Wyatt this win? No, because he needed 3 other people to defeat Randy Orton. Absolutely ridiculous. After the match, Jinder Mahal heads to the ramp with the Singh brothers and he still has the WWE Championship. Can't wait to the build tonight on SmackDown Live with Jinder Mahal and Randy Orton. We then had our main event, Roman Reigns versus the Monster Amongst Men, Braun Strowman. And WWE thought that we will really have consideration for Roman Reigns because he was taped up and banned up. Funny how we had so many injuries, separated shoulder, bruised ribs. And Roman Reigns actually destroyed Braun Strowman in this match. So I really don't understand selling all these injuries. The match was very good, physical, hard-hitting match. Not the best match of the night though, but a very good hard-hitting physical match. I would say that their match at Fastlane was better than this match though. Way better than this match. This match was very quick. It was about 10 minutes, I think. About 10 minutes. Roman Reigns hit a spear. People couldn't believe it. I thought that Braun Strowman should just destroy Roman Reigns in this match. But that's not what happened. Roman Reigns got a lot of offense in. More offense than Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman hit a running power slam to Roman Reigns for a 2 count. He couldn't believe it, so Braun picks him up again for another running power slam. Braun Strowman finally gets the win over Roman Reigns at Payback. This is it's not over after what happened on Raw. I definitely think they're gonna have an ambulance match after what happened on Raw Talk. After the match, Braun stands tall. We see some unhappy or surprised fans in the crowd. Braun leaves, gets a steel chair and sets it up and just drops Roman Reigns on it and slams the steel step on Roman Reigns' stomach, crushing his inside as Roman Reigns had internal injuries and was coughing blood. Obviously, it wasn't real. Braun wouldn't hit him that hard. Coughing up blood. So, Fit Finlay and Adam Pearce are out now. Braun leaves the ring and shoves Fit. Fans cheer for Braun as he poses on the ramp. Officials tend to Reigns in the ring. Cole wonders where the hell the EMTs are at. Reigns appears to be legitimately cut open as there's blood. Another thank you Strowman chant starts. I'm sure this is not what Vince McMahon and WWE wanted. He was helped out of the ring, but he was supposed to be taken out on the stretcher after how obliterated he was. But guess what? This is how strong they're making Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns walked out on his own power of Payback. He walked out on his own power. Then guess what? Then when they went to Raw Talk, this was after Payback went off air. He wasn't going by the ambulance. He walked himself to the ambulance. Strowman came back. Roman Reigns dodged it. Strowman took off the ambulance door. Roman Reigns started slamming the ambulance door on Braun Strowman, and that was it. So Roman Reigns basically ended up too, because Braun Strowman retreated from an injured Roman Reigns. Does that make any sense? Absolutely ridiculous. Roman Reigns, man. These two are not going to be on television for a while. They said on Raw, Braun Strowman has a torn rotator cuff. Absolute crap. absolute crap. So this was Payback. Very, very good in-ring show. Didn't agree with most of the results on this show though. But nevertheless, very surprised by the Raw pay-per-view. Very solid show for Payback. Hope you enjoyed this review 2 days late after WWE Payback 2017. And this is my review for Payback. Hope you enjoyed this one. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe button. I love you all, and I will see you tomorrow for SmackDown Live.